And here's the stream states being used. I'm not using file IO on this one. So notice I got to personally kind of, as your instructor, kind of limit the range of applications we can use this in. But in the type validation that we have here, I'm using it for regular CN. So notice I'm having the CN here for the age. So all I did was I kind of expanded what I had originally a long time ago and I'm able to frankly do this. So you're going to see a couple of commands that show up here. Good, which is a function that's also being highlighted, checks if the stream state bits is set and that we're okay. We have a clear function, which sets all the stream sets to 0, but the buffer is not being cleared out yet. The ignore clears the buffer of everything, and then you have two parameters in that, which is being highlighted right now. When the numeric limits is actually something you're probably going, what the heck on that? Well, remember, the numeric limits is different for each of the data types. So we want to make sure that we take out all of the buffer for that particular size, make sure it's all cleared out, and it's completely, free for, frankly, the next input that we're going to get. That's why we're using that one. The \n also is where the character stop reading from, and the \n is basically either when we hit the enter sign or the end of a string is \0, so be careful with that. So \n will work fine with CN, but maybe not for follow will work. Yeah, so we'll talk about that, so be careful about that part. But anyway, so I'm trying out the code, and you'll notice that every time I am using a while loop on this one, every time I'm trying to mess with it, I'm putting in a string instead of an integer, then it goes ahead and just goes back into the loop and asks again. Now, by the way, only asks once. Okay, that's the nice part. Enter your age and CN, and that's because we're using a while loop on that one. A do while loop would be slightly different. But anyway, you'll notice that we end up just fine. You'll also notice I'm trying to mess with things, but you know what? It's not perfect. I really wanted to show you that even this is not perfect. Here we have enter your age. We have a string. It resets on that. But I put in a float, and as you know, it'll convert that float to an integer. It'll just do that truncation and chop off the ending values of it. So even this is not perfect. It's not bad, but not perfect. So we will dig a little bit deeper and deeper into this because, hey, we have to be sure. But to be sure, we have to start using exceptions, and that's our next item.